Sabutio. For years and years I played it, but then I didn't know about the pinball table at the local disco. It was love at first sight, really. Mister, can I buy your table? It was so good, it was so right. The pinball table was the ideal height for a Sabutio ground. Also, it made an interesting sound when you scored a goal. The owner of the club said I could take it right away, and in exchange for 25p he would deliver on Saturday. I borrowed a tape measure, it was too good to be real. I looked and said, "Crikey, mister, I think you've got yourself a deal." It was so good, it was so right. Glass top sophistication, glitter covered with a super flashing light. Completely out of sight. Well, in the next room, since I was a young man, I played Sabutio. Thanks to that pinball table, my back doesn't hurt at all. My asthma is much better, cause I can clean up to the walls. Instead of collecting dust mites on the bedroom floor, I can concentrate much better on improving my average goal scores. It was so good, it was so right. The pinball table was the ideal height for a Sabutio ground. Also, it made an interesting sound when you scored a goal.
Like a shot out the blue, you waved flags and said, "We've run out of carrot cake, cheesecake, chocolate and bread." Oh, what's the point? I can't go on anymore. Perhaps we should buy a new car. I'll get the paper. Oh, maybe that's going too far. And with the money we'll save, we could go to a rave. And the people we meet when we're dancing along might tell us where we're going wrong. We think therefore we need to eat, but we never found the time or the kitchen. Couldn't see daylight for the sun shining through the window panes, and salt spray, it lights the way to see better things on the horizon. The target's moving and ever changing. Perhaps I shouldn't bother rearranging. The furniture's lacking inspiration. I can sympathize with their point of view. It gets no better than this. This is as good as it gets. get your back anytime, you know, 'cause it's just as fun listening to us taking part in any show. All of the German fans, they said to me, where's that young man who eats too many sweets? The one who sings songs better than you can do. Can't you persuade him to come back soon? Where are you now? Yeah, I guess we're also missing you so much. I don't need another confrontation with Walt Disney and his amusing dogs. It seems unlikely they were ever canine or ever drove a bus. 'Cause Charlie drives the bus each day to Jollywood, except on his holidays. He's seen it all and hates smart dogs too. Oh, he's quite mad. I don't need another explanation as to why the buses come in threes. Charlie says it's to do with religion, and God knows what he means. 'Cause Charlie drives the bus each day to Jollywood, except on Saturdays, when he stays at home eating crisps. Oh, he's quite mad.
This time I'd like a cup of tea that's actually drinkable and wet. That last infusion you served was as far removed as you could get. Just like the coffee that reminded me of stale celery you gave me yesterday. I don't mean to be nasty, cause it's really very simple when coffee tastes nicer if there's coffee in the pot. And the sugar really came from a sugarcane plant. At some point boil the water and remember that the milk should come from cows and not a Dulux factory. You may laugh, but it sure tastes like pain to me.
I order a cup of oil with a hint of sea spray. This drink has changed my perceptions in a radical way. Now a spade is not a spade, but whatever I want it to be. So take this Spear and Jackson and keep the change. Well, honestly, when coffee tastes this good, who needs friends? The coffee bean monopoly officially ends. Decaffeinated straw stewed with bran flakes blends to make a drink as satisfying as this. A brown liquid that tends to make you sad.
Family. This is the 1635 Paddington to Reading Express. This is Two Dogs, a Lambretta and Ken Livingstone.
Coffee tastes nicer if there's coffee in the pot, and the sugar really came from a sugarcane plant. At some point boil the water and remember that the milk should come from cows and not a Dulux factory. You may laugh, but it sure tastes like that to me. Walking home from the club last night, run down by a black London bus. Radiant heaters were everywhere. They stole my trousers and they burned my hair. And they said, the bloke upstairs wants a word with you. It sounds unlikely, but I tell you it's true. Just take the stairway that goes into the blue. I said it's okay, I'm just passing through. Funny lizard creatures were barking at me. They were dangerous, I knew, it said so on the TV. Cause they sing like a mule and they dance like a bee. I know that it's true, cause David Attenborough told me. I climbed the stairs for an hour or two till I reached a remarkable view. A rerun of a film shown on BBC, made in the 1960s, probably at Elstree. I felt so sorry for the actors and crew, but there was very little they could do. Standing by for when they were needed, in case the BBC decides to repeat it. The clock on the wall is running backwards and fast, and they serve me with tea at every other half past. And I'm seeing my life in black and white and reverse, like some Czech animation, but 100 times worse. Come in, sit down, have another cup of tea. Come in, sit down, have another cup of tea. Come in, sit down, have another cup of tea. Come in, sit down, have another cup of tea. Come in, sit down, have another cup of tea. Don't be alarmed, this is only a dream. If it were for real, you'd do something for me. To return back home, make a Pinball Road movie. That's what I'd decree, and you'd probably agree. So you could go back home and you could carry on with purpose and reason and meaning and me. Come in, sit down, have another cup of tea. Come in, sit down, have another cup of tea. Come in, sit down, have another cup of tea. Come in, sit down, have another cup of tea. Okay, that's fine with me. I'll quit the pharmacy.